The dream and purpose of Emmet Farm really is to be a place of sustainability, not just for my family and I that have bought the farm, but actually to inspire others, to empower others, and to support others. So when we looked at the farm, there were 2 houses on the farm as well as a flat, and we really just saw the opportunity to serve more than just ourselves. So Emmet Farm is very, very blessed to be hosting Abba's house. At the moment, because of the cost of having purchased the farm and running the farm, Abba's house has to pay a rental to be on the property. And really the long-term dream is that Emmet Farm will be producing enough saleable goods that the income from that will sustain not just us as individuals, but will also sustain Abba's house, by way of meaning that we don't need to have a rental income coming from Abba's house at all. The dream really is that the income coming from Emmet Farm and what it produces will enable us to pay staff not only to run the farm but also to work in Abba's house, so that there's not the need for us to continue fundraising. We would really like to be a self-sustainable ministry. The vision going forward is that with the aquaponics and the farming, that we'll be able to educate local people so that they can grow their own food as well, that we can be empowering them to be more self-sufficient themselves. We're in a drought-stricken area here in the Eastern Cape. We're allowed 25 litres of water per day per person. That's about 5 gallons of water per person per day. That's not even enough to shower and cook and clean your clothes with. So the fantastic advantage of having aquaponics is that we're using the same water through a closed system that only needs to be topped up occasionally. This means that not only are we producing fantastic, fresh, organic, healthy food at a faster pace than traditional growing methods, we're actually also positively impacting the need for water in the Eastern Cape. So rather than needing to constantly irrigate and having to grow perhaps less water thirsty crops, we're able to grow anything that we would like to, because we know that the water that we're using is going to circuit back around, and we're not just growing food, we're not just growing vegetables, we're actually growing protein by way of the fish that will be used to actually keep the system healthy. So Emmet Farm is really all about us producing food for ourselves, producing food for others. Some of it we'll sell in order to sustain us financially, and a great deal of it will also be donated to those who are in need. So there might be expensive things that we want to grow, artichokes or baby corn, mange tout, sweet sugar snap peas, the kinds of things that those with a bit of wealth will be able to purchase. And then growing staple foods for the less fortunate in our community, so perhaps things like spinach or pumpkin or butternut, that is much more affordable, and we can sell those to local people at a lower cost, or give that away to some of our partner charities that are here in Jeffreys Bay. So there's a charity called Ladies Lighthouse, and we often support them by giving them food when they give out food parcels once a month. Also, we share with our staff, so they have less of a need to go out and purchase expensive fruit and vegetables, which ironically are more expensive here than they are in the first world. So it's really a great advantage for us to be able to not just sustain ourselves, but to support others in their own sustainability, and at the same time providing a safe space and an amazingly beautiful place for children to be kept safe while they're awaiting their permanent homes. So it really just becomes an all-round fantastic opportunity to serve others and to enjoy the produce that God has allowed us the joy of eating. Thank you.